Hey class, so today we're going to read the story Spoon again, but this time we're not going to be thinking about the author's purpose. We're going to be thinking about the theme. What is the theme of this story? And remember, we have talked about theme a little bit. Let's go over it again. Here we go. Theme. So the theme is the moral or lesson the author wants the readers to take away from the story. So when I start reading, I want you to think about step 1, the topic. What's the story about? Step 2, look for a lesson a character learns or can teach. So you can be thinking, what lesson are these characters in this story learning? Step 3, use clues to figure the message the author wants you to learn. So we're going to use clues from the text to try to figure out what the theme is. And step 4, say the theme in your own words. So when the story's over, I want everyone to think, I know what the theme of this story is now. And just say it out loud. So let's start. I'm going to read the story today with Spoon, written by Amy Krauss Rosenthal, illustrated by Scott Magoon. This is Spoon, and this is Spoon's family. Spoon has a big family. Do y'all see all those people? He's got measuring spoons, a ladle, a big serving spoon, all kinds of spoons in his family. On Sunday, Spoon goes to visit his Aunt Silver. He has to be on his very best behavior there. She's fancy and proper. Goodbye, darling. Ta-ta. At bedtime, Spoon likes to hear the story about his adventurous great-grandmother who fell in love with a dish and ran off to a distant land. Lately, though, Spoon had been feeling blue. Let's think about what that sentence means. Spoon had been feeling blue. Does that mean Spoon is the color blue? No. That means he's been feeling sad, just not himself. What's wrong? Asked his mother. You look a bit out of shape. Nothing, mumbled Spoon. It's just that I don't know. All my friends have it so much better than me. Like Knife. Knife is so lucky. He gets to cut. He gets to spread. I never get to cut or spread. And Fork. Fork is so lucky. She gets to go practically everywhere. I bet she never goes stir crazy like I do. Fork does get out and make herself useful, doesn't she? Look, Fork's over there in this salad, over here in this spaghetti, chomping down on this cake. So Spoon is just feeling like everybody is more important than Spoon. What do y'all think about that? Remember, we're thinking about theme. And Chopsticks. They are so lucky. Everyone thinks they're really cool and exotic. No one thinks I'm cool or exotic. Those Chopsticks are something else, aren't they? Meanwhile, if only Spoon knew what his friends were saying at that very minute. Spoon is so lucky, said Knife. He's so fun and easygoing. Everyone's so serious with me. No one's ever allowed to be silly with me like they are with Spoon. Look down here. Spoons are banging and banging like little drumsticks, having a good old time. And Knife is over here feeling sad, saying, I can't do that because someone would get hurt if I did that. So Knife thinks Spoon is so lucky. Spoon is so lucky, said Fork. He gets to measure stuff. No one ever does that with me. Spoon is so lucky, said Chopsticks. He gets to go places by himself. We could never function apart. So even the Fork and the Chopsticks think Spoon is so lucky. And Spoon thinks the Fork and Knife and Chopsticks are so lucky. That night after bedtime stories, Spoon's mom turned off the light, tucked him in, and said, You know, Spoon, I wonder if you realize just how lucky you are. Your friends will never know the joy of diving headfirst into a bowl of ice cream. That looks like fun, right? A spoon diving headfirst into the ice cream. They'll never know what it feels like to clink against the side of a cereal bowl. They'll never be able to twirl around in a mug or relax in a hot cup of tea. Spoon hadn't thought of it that way before. He lay awake in bed for a long time. His mind was racing. He felt so alive. There was only one thing to do. I can't sleep. Come snuggle. Come Spoon. And so he did. He snuggled right up there with his mom and dad and just had a good night's sleep. So let's think about the theme of that story. First, let's talk about the genre. Remember, the genre is the big word that means what kind of story is it? So in real life, do spoons talk and sleep in beds? No, they don't. So that's how we know this story's a fantasy. Now let's think about the theme. So what lesson do you guys think that Spoon learned in this story? So at the beginning of the story, Spoon was all upset, thinking, knife gets to cut bread, spread jam, fork gets to go everywhere. And chopsticks, they're so cool, everybody thinks they're so cool and exotic, and I'm just a little old spoon. But then he started to realize, you know what? I've got a good purpose in my life too. I got to scoop up ice cream. I got to measure stuff. So then he started thinking, I'm a spoon, and that's very important. So I believe the theme of this story is probably that we're all different and we all do different things, but we're all equally important. So you guys think about this story and think about what you think the theme is. And what lesson did you learn from the story? Did you learn that it's okay to be different? Then that could be your theme of the story. It's okay to be different. Did you learn that we all have important jobs? Then that could be your theme of the story. Think about the lesson that the author wanted you to get from this story. And then decide what the theme is.